Hello everyone, and welcome back to Allthemodium 7. In the last episode, we started seeing what exactly is stopping us from getting our second ATM star, because obviously we've finally gotten one. We've already put it to work. It's currently over here mass producing seeds. Currently the seeds is producing a nether star seeds, and it does a pretty good job. The constant flow you see in here is from these 5 little machines we have, and then the occasional like 1,000 that gets thrown in the system is from obviously the big machine we have up here, or I guess 600 in terms of these seeds. So it's pretty good. It does a great job. Love its work. Wonderful. In regards to everything else though, I still think it's not enough. At the moment, it's still not our best way to get our hands on nether stars. If we have a look in this system, in terms of the nether stars, we still just need an insane amount. Like, we could just wait, but no one likes doing that. Nobody likes doing that. So how do we solve this issue? Well, we had a little attempt in the last episode. I set this guy up with creative constructors, and we also had fans pushing the withers back, and it works. I guess I can show you it. I actually turned it off for the sake of showing something else in a second, but we can turn it back on. There should be no issue doing that. So we'll chuck this in, chuck that there. As you can see, it spits them out and they get thrown in the corner. It's good at what it does. Now, in saying that, I'd love for it to be faster. Now, there's a few ways to make it faster. One is just making more of these machines. That should work perfectly fine. Realistically, this is somewhat infinitely scalable. The issue we run into is, of course, they're mobs, right? So there's a side of lag that is just sort of inherent. You know what I mean? Like that's just sort of going to happen, especially because they make like explosions and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. There's a few different things to take into account. One thing I want to show you is, oh my god, can we get up here? Hold on. God, it's so horrible to get in here. All right, we can go ahead and turn off both these fans so that we can move around in here pretty safely. The attractor will still bring us in, but nothing else will. What I'm going to do now is I want to actually try, because someone suggested it in the comments and they said you can actually get it going pretty fast, the wither builder. Now, to make this, we will actually need some ether gas. In the grand ether scheme, we actually do have some ether gas. I mean, like we have it. It's a thing we've got. I mean, it appears to work, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to go make one, and that'll be the first thing we start off with. There's a few other things we'll probably do to solve this issue, hopefully. But this is obviously going to be a good start, so we'll fly rapidly over here. So this is our dissolution chamber. We apparently don't have the recipe for this specific thing. I feel like we do, but I don't know. That doesn't appear to be there. With a builder, bookmark, we'll grab this supreme doohickey. Awesome. And listen. I'm pretty sure it just works that simply. It sounds too good to be true. Oh, we need some netherite scrap. I think we get that by smelting ancient debris, which I know. Somehow we don't have this automated. It's fine. It's fine. We can just chuck the stuff in there, and then we'll go wither, and then with a builder. All is good, and then we order that. Wonderful. Wonderful. So that should be arriving hopefully soon. I feel like we had that recipe before, and clearly something's like, I don't know, disappeared. But regardless, as you can see, it's crafting the stuff. It's going to get it done. Awesome. So we'll set that guy up. We'll have to put in some speed upgrades and whatnot. Now, if we search add-ons, we can see what we've got. We've got processing, efficiency, and speed. All of these work on making the machine run faster, even though they're not all just called speed upgrades. Oh, we've already got it bookmarked. So here we go. With the builder, nice and simple. Obviously, we'll have to put the ingredients in here. Pipe them into the machine or entangle them in. I'm sure we'll figure out a way to do it. I'm thinking as well, we might be able to get away with placing it right here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but it's an idea nonetheless, okay? Actually, where does it place? See, it places like a block above, so we can actually pick this guy up, and then we can place him down another level. So I can place him there, then we can still have our tinted stuff on top. Not sure if it does anything, but we can have it there. So that's pretty cool. And we can work on it underneath. So we can turn it on, we can turn it off, we can pipe stuff in, all that sort of stuff in the safety of our own home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to entangle it. And as you can see out here, we do have like a system. Also, I mean, this sound is horrible. I would love to mute it. My problem is, I don't know what the sound this is. What is this like? Dunk, 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 dunk. Like, what is that? Oh, it's this thing. It's the wither skull breaking, right? So if I search skull, head, And then, I mean, it's clearly like something being broken. And I'm happy to tell. I'm happy to tell you, not a clue. I can't figure out what that sound is, and it's really, really annoying. Don't know what it is. Don't know how to make it be quiet. Regardless, though, we can continue doing what we're doing, just hopefully from a little bit more of a distance this time. So we'll entangle this. That'll be good. Then we'll just get an exporter. It can be creative, and we'll just have this put in soul sand and wither skulls. And that should be pretty straightforward, I would imagine. So, for example, we can slap this guy here, place the exporter, entangle him, open him up, you and you. So he should now be full. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And then we can check. So this guy is, in fact, full of all he needs. We'll put in, I guess, 1 speed upgrade, 1 processing, and an efficiency. That's all he takes. That's apparently going to be the rate at which he spawns them. And then all I have to do is place some power on this guy. So we can get an end gate, for example. Bada bing, bada boom. And, okay, so he hasn't done it perfectly. But I think you get the idea. We can get rid of that. So as you can see, they turn on. I mean, it's kind of working. I mean, clearly the issue at the moment is just where he is. I think I would need a new room for this, which it's kind of annoying to think about. Because obviously once he's out of that one spot that he's in, he's fine. And he can't go forward because the block's in the way. Yeah, listen. I'm just gonna leave it for now, okay? We'll turn off the little machine, and we'll try and sort this issue out a different way. How does that sound? I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. So let's just run with redstone signal. So he'll stop. Sure, we'll tackle that beast later if we even need to, because we do have a few options. Now, the first thing is whatever is going on in here. We currently have some simulation chambers. These guys are set up to do phantoms, and I think that's it. I don't think there's anything in the rest of these. There is a wither here. We have 1 wither model, and I believe that is it. If we come below, what we have in here is nothing. Nothing in there. Now, this system we could fill up with withers, and that could be good. But I'll tell you something else we could do. If we really wanted to, we could come over here, and we could fill this up with withers, or at the very least, fill up like a little section, a little chamber. Currently, we have witches in here, and assuming that they were working, what they were getting us was like, you know, redstone, glowstone, and gunpowder and stuff. They were actually really good at what they did. But as you can see, like they're all self-aware. You were getting guaranteed ones. For whatever reason, we don't have any more, well, things, any more goodies. I'm not sure why. Clearly something messed up at some point. I would imagine it's like a barrel behind here. That would have been my guess. We've got a drawer, we've got a chest, we've got air. Okay. Maybe I entangled the air? What was this guy doing? He was just a storage. So yeah, I'm not too sure how we were getting the stuff over there. I don't know. Really not sure. But we can light that area up again. In terms of the models we have, we currently only have this one with a data model. So I'll tell you what, it would be pretty nice to have more. How do we get more, you might be wondering? By swinging a lot. Realistically, I think the perfect solution here is using a stasis chamber. I think that's just the play. We set up a stasis chamber, then the mobs won't break anything, and we can defeat them relatively easily. What I will do though is, although this builder does have the potential, for our current setup, he's not good. He's honestly just not worth it. So what I'll do is we'll go ahead and turn these fans off. And we'll light this guy up again and set him up for, you know, what we normally use him for. So like this setup over here. Okay, so we can go ahead and break this block here. We should be able to place the stasis chamber. This guy works, okay, we can't see the range he works, but he works. He works. Assuming he gets some power. And assuming he gets some upgrades in him. As you can see, it's being applied to me when I'm in this room. Now, I'm not getting applied by it in the corner. That's obviously courtesy of the attractor over here. I think that's fine. We'll see. What I could do, actually, just in case it's not fine, which I kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, don't think it's fine. We can move him over a little bit and I think this will have a much better effect. I just realized as well, we could probably put a range upgrade in if we really wanted to, but I think we're good. I think we're good. Sorry about the field of view change there. That gave me a headache. I'm sure for some of you, you just like threw up everywhere. That was horrific. I'll try not to hover over there. Oh god, if I can avoid it. So what we can do is we can chuck one of these in, and assuming this system worked, this should have been pulling him towards. Clearly it's not. I'm not sure why. Potentially, no, you know what? I'm not sure why. I don't know why it's not pulling him. If I stand out here, look, it pulls me. Not sure what to think. Oh, is it because he's been stasied? You know what I mean? He's in that stasis chamber. I'm thinking possibly. I'm thinking that's a reasonable answer. So what I might do, we'll quickly we'll tear this guy apart so he doesn't make a new one. I will kill him. I won't be able to actually with this guy on. Let's have this guy run with redstone. So this guy should charge up faster now. Okay, there we go. So he so now he's running, and this guy won't charge up when it's running. As you can see, I'm quite baffled. I think the stasis chamber is doing more damage than I would have preferred for it to do. I'll tell you what, we'll hop out of here, and we'll just see what it does once it actually like explodes. So I don't know what I'm doing, man. So he's exploded, and then he gets eaten up. Yeah, because we got the eater. Alright, so I'll tell you what the plan is. The plan is I make a bunch of lapis, because apparently we don't have lapis. You know what? Hold on. We've got a lot we need to do. Let's solve a lot of these issues. So for one, our lapis we need. I mean that should be something that we should already have, so it's baffling that we don't, but we need lapis. So let's go ahead and tell it that, hey, if you chuck a lapis ore in an enrichment chamber, you actually get a decent bit back. So let's go ahead and start doing that, because that sounds like an amazing idea. So now we've got lapis. So now when I order some models, we should be able to. We can actually order them. Let's order about 50. Sure. I'm not sure if we'll use all 50. What's it need? Smooth stone. Let's add the recipe for it. And I'll tell you what. I'll see what I can do. No promises are being made. I'm just saying that we might be able to. We might be able to set up a bunch of these and see what it does. So that's a smelting recipe for stone. That sounds pretty simple to me. Chuck that in there. Let's go back in here. Boom. Obviously I want 50 total, so let's go ahead and do 48. No, 40. Yeah, because I've got one in the system, and I've got one on me. But I think I've actually got another one on me, so I think 47 is what we want. So we'll order that. That honestly shouldn't take too long. We're literally processing stuff like, yeah, insanely fast. I was gonna say. So, boom. We've got all of this. Oh, they don't stack either. Oh my, who did this? Who's responsible? Anyhow. We'll put that away, sure. Put those away, sure. I don't want to put the time in a bottle away, but I'll put pretty much everything else away. And I'm just going to fill my inventory up with these little models. Now, from memory, you don't just hold them on you. I believe you need the deep learning, this thing. Deep learner. So we actually have to take these guys and fill them up with the other stuff. As you can see, they've got a bunch of slots in them. This isn't a fun time, but it's a time nonetheless. So I'll tell you what, we'll grab this. Let's do at deep. Nope. I think it's hostile. We'll do this. I'll grab these out and we'll fill these up, and I guess we'll go from there. So I'll show you what that sort of looks like. We've got one currently captured in a stasis field. So I'm going to go in here, try not to get discombobulated, and we're just going to right click every single one. That's the plan. In the ideal world, what we do is we have an empty spot. What an empty spot lets us do is this. It lets us move things around. Although, as you can see, not exactly the most efficient way to do this. Oh, you know what? If I had buttons on the side of my mouse, imagine how quick I could do this. Because you can just like press the keybind that has them. Oh my god. Hey, next investment. I'll tell you what. We'll look into it. We'll look into it for this very niche once in a mod pack situation that I need it for. I'm sure that's wonderful. So yeah, we get all these. Awesome. Then I guess one by one we grab these out and we fill them up. That sounds pretty good. One of these is self-aware, meaning it's like pretty much fully good to go to just make guaranteed nether stars. So I guess we'll keep that guy there and we'll slowly fill up the rest of this. Okay, and then lucky last in there. So that is now all of them, except for obviously that one I chucked in here. But the rest of these are filled up. This guy has 1 in him. So now I believe if I turn off a bunch of this stuff and just sit in here swinging at them, then we'll get what we want. Which, listen, it doesn't sound like the best idea by any stretch. But it sounds like an idea nonetheless. So we're going to say run with redstone signal. What I might do as well is just have a lever here as, I guess, a bit of an emergency. So I can run out here and quickly flick this on if we need this guy to run. He's fully upgraded and stuff. Inside here, what we'll do is we'll just turn it off, essentially. And then we'll get swinging. It sounds like an amazing idea, I know. So let's do it. So let's say run with redstone signal. Let's toggle both of these on. That will send them all into the corner. And then I believe this is my plan. I know. Not an amazing plan. But, oh, actually, I think they need to be in your HUD as well. Oh, yeah, I think they do. We'll see. So this first guy, oh, actually, I realize as well. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I can 2-tap him, so that shouldn't be too bad. And now what has that done for us? Okay, so every single one of my hotbar, as you can see in the top left, has 1 remaining. So that counted for all of them. But if I take this guy out, for example... Actually, no, I think it counted for all of the ones on me. Hey, I will happily take that. It did it? See, even these ones? Yeah, 5 remaining on all of them. I love the sound of that. So we can probably just chuck them all in there. Maybe we'll keep one there for good luck. We'll go ahead and search Wither with a skull. We'll go ahead and place him in there. So this guy will now be pumping them out. You know what? I'm pretty sure that's all we need because we only need to kill, what, 5 of them at least to get the first tier. I'll tell you what. We'll let it keep going for a bit. We'll kill a few of them because if we can get it to a higher tier, we can go from having like a 6% chance for this to pass on first attempts to having like, you know, a 20. Which, I don't know, might not sound too crazy, but I think it is. I think that is a crazy bonus. I am a little bit worried that I got moved because that sort of means that we got hit, which means that things might have broken. Now that hasn't happened yet, but... Okay. Okay. Listen. Let's maybe just very quick turn that on. Let's, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, 1 second. Whoa. Got a little bit squirrely there. So I believe what happened is, obviously the pillars broke. I'm just trying to see, did this glass break? Because I feel like I heard glass break, but I think we're good. None of this glass looks particularly broken. I think we're good. I think we're barely good. It might have broken a cable or something. Yeah, it definitely broke some of the constructors, which I guess is a good thing. But also, obviously, not really a good thing. Regardless, though, these guys are now 24 remaining. And that appears to be on all of them as well. So they didn't go too well, but they didn't go too badly either. So I'll tell you what, we'll get our bricks. And we'll repair this guy. You know what, let's just grab the whole thing out. Oh, these are not what we wanted, but I'll tell you what, they give it a little bit of character to the building. Sure. A little bit to remember ourselves by. Now, obviously, what do you call it? Inside this area here, if we actually go in here properly by doing this little strat, we can turn this off. And then we can go ahead and turn that off. What was I going to say? This machine's not working at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. We can fix it later. That's fine. Okay, so what do we do now? Oh, this guy, yeah, self-aware. So, we've got 50 of these, which I believe we can slap over here. I think that's a great idea. Obviously, we still have one quick issue to solve, which is this guy here. We do have him still entangled. Can I go out? Thank you. Let's go ahead and grab an entangled block. We want to fill him with these neural doohickeys. I think as well, let's go exporter. Obviously, we want to get a creative one. We also want a regulator. And we also want a crafter, just in case. Just in case. So it never hurts to have a little crafting upgrade. So we'll grab that as well. Make sure we do get that exporter. Beautiful. So, these guys are going to set up over here. This is sort of our little chamber that we have everything. So we'll entangle you there. You'll have an exporter. You're going to have a regulator and a crafting upgrade. And you're going to be told to have these matrices. And you're going to be told to keep a stack. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling generous. Keep 2 stacks. So, he should try to keep 2 stacks in there. As you can see, it looks like he is. And in return, already, he's receiving witch predictions. Because obviously, we've still got a bunch of witches in here. And they're now able to actually produce. And they're getting guaranteed predictions every time. And those, as you can see every so often, are being taken out. And they're getting put in our system. And then they can be used at a later date, or currently it looks like they are being used. Which actually, I think, yeah, they're being chucked into one of these. Yeah, see, I'm not sure which one, but, you know, they're making their rounds. So, what I'm going to do is each of these pillars at 25. So if I just clear out 2 of these pillars, then we have what we want. That's essentially it. So I'm going to do this boring job. Arguably, I should be placing a wither one in as I take them out. I like your idea. I'm going to do it. Alrighty, so we've got the last 3 here. And then we have our full setup with wither predictions, wither models, should I say. So, what does this mean? Well, for the moment, it means nothing. We're getting pretty much nothing because 99% of these, or I guess 49 out of 50 of these, or 2% of these, 98% of these are currently doing nothing. Well, I guess what? 70% of the time they're doing nothing. These only have like a 30% accuracy. Now, this will improve each time they fail, and obviously each time I like kill some mobs, or kill some withers with them. But we can leave this. It's going to run 24/7. It does use a lot of power. It currently, well, it doesn't use a lot now that we're at where we're at. But when we first made these, they used a lot of power, like more than we could sort of handle. But I mean, that's petty change for us at the moment. So these are fine. They're going to do their thing. And eventually they will get up to this stage here. This guy here is 99.5% accurate, which means 99.5% of the time, as you can see, it succeeds, and we get a complete wither prediction. Yeah. So if I search for prediction, as you can see here, we've currently got 4,000 wither predictions. So that's pretty good. This isn't just from us setting up what we did just then. This is from previously when we had this guy running. But as you can see here, look at the rate at which it's going up. Each time that number goes up, that's essentially a nether star. That's essentially what that is. Now, it's going pretty fast. And keep in mind, that's with the percentage that we have now, this low percentage rate, and that's with half of these. So if I just set up 50 more, which it didn't take me too long, then we're looking pretty good. And this system was set up with, what do you call them? All this stuff here. Now, in terms of, I guess, running this stuff, currently they're not going anywhere, right? All of these are just witch predictions. We don't have any nether star predictions in here. Even if we look at this back room over here, not much going on. In order to fix that, I'm not sure if it's that pretty of a solution. I imagine we used some filtering. Maybe. If we click on loot fabricators, do any of these have filters? They kind of don't. Like, look, they don't really have any filtering happening. So I'm not actually sure how they're getting stuff to specifically go in there, if I'm being honest with you. Extract from you, insert into you, and then it's also inserting into these guys. That's very strange to me, especially since it doesn't have any filters, because that insinuates that it's just gonna work. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Because in theory, with this setup here, nothing here. Well, actually, yeah, hold on. So it's extracting from the... Oh, I know what we need to do. I think we just need to send the predictions back into this guy. I think that's what we need to do. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it because it suggests that somewhere we still have a barrel entangled that is being put in with what do you call it? Those predictions. Could it be happening down here? I don't think so. I think watch. I reckon if I chuck this guy in, I think it just works. We did put a crafting card in there. That shouldn't matter. Or you know what? We could probably, if we really wanted to, set this guy to be a stack, just because I think that'll make things a little bit easier. But if we come back over here, I think that'll just start right up. Now, it won't fully start up because what I actually need to do is tell each of these what reward to redeem. So obviously in this case, it's going to be all that. And what I should be doing is exactly this. All right, so these are all set up. Now, that is a bit of an issue because it means we're going to get a lot of these, what do you call them, witch predictions. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. We can chuck all this stuff away. And what we should be getting is a lot more nether stars flowing in the systems. That's awesome. We're already going to get what? Like a couple thousand more. Brilliant, brilliant. And it's only going to get better. What I'm going to do, probably majority off camera, at least this part here, I'm going to take all this stuff out because I think it will just be faster to do it manually while we're here. And then, by the way, I was really hoping I could set these guys up to automatically pull. You know what I mean? So I could order when to have it take out all the witches and put in like our withers and stuff. I never ended up doing that. Let me know if you want to see me try and do that, because I reckon it's possible, because integrated dynamics, for example, you can specify which slot you pull out of. Possibly, not that. Possibly you can do the same here, maybe? Insertion priority, side from which to operate. Maybe not, but I know with integrated dynamics, I can specify the slot, which means it's possible we can specify whatever slot this one is to extract from. And we might be able to like take out these predictions all in one go, so we can toggle these. We can say, hey, put withers in, put witches in. And obviously, that sounds amazing. That sounds like an awesome feature to have. The real question would be if it's possible. And you know what? I kind of just want to do it. I'll tell you what. We'll mess around with it for a little bit, because if we can do this, it will honestly be really, 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 really good. Really good. Like, phenomenal. Let's grab an item exporter and an item importer. I don't really know if we'll need those, but we'll take them. That should be good. We'll grab a chest so that we can put some stuff in, and we'll grab a variable card, and we'll see where we go from there. So my idea is we have an interface here. We have a chest. We have, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or maybe what we do is we have an exporter and we have an interface, and we connect these. And if I say export all items and I specify it to do a specific item slot, I think that's what we've got to do here. So basically, I'm going to put the witch in here, like so. I'm going to get a comparator, and I'm going to place it here. I'm not going to place it there. Why aren't I placing it here? I'm going to place it here. I'm going to place it there. I don't really know why. And the reason I'm doing this is so that as I'm messing around with it, if it does extract that item, we'll be able to see. Also, I feel like I, at the very least at the moment, want this to be an importer. We can toggle this around a little bit, but yeah, so I want to see what happens. So at the moment, if I do this, what we should see is the item predictions maybe, but it hasn't even done that. So I'll tell you what, we'll go through the list. Keep an eye on that as we change things. So currently it's at -1. Oh, we got a witch prediction. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's obviously not what we want. Okay, we got to be quick about this. Let's go in here. Let's change this to -2. I don't know what -2 is. I don't know if we'll do anything. Looks like it won't. Awesome. All right, what if we go up to 0? What is 0 going to do? Anything? No. Okay. Now, there's a chance none of this works, but the chance that it does work is massive. So we'll do 1. Anything? Not yet. We'll do 2. Anything? No, I'm going to do this up to like 30, okay? Okay. I figured this out. I was like, it's kind of silly going through this. I'm not really learning anything. Let's try something else. So this inventory reader, we're able to actually see what item is in what slot. So at the moment, I've got it set to slot ID 1, and it shows prediction matrices. If I change this to 0 and we go back, scroll down again, it shows the witch data model. So that thing is in slot 0. That is the slot that we want to be messing around with. The problem is, it's just not really seeming to want to work. There could be a number of reasons for this. One could be that it's just not really doing it. Import items from the given slot. -1 is any slot, -2 or less is no slot. So I want to obviously import from. I guess I would write it on the variable card, but I think we get the same thing by chucking it in here and doing this. So we want to do item slot 0. That is the one we want. So if I click this, in theory, in the perfect world, that would pull this guy out. Now, it's clearly not doing that. Now, is there a way to fix that? I don't know. I just don't know. I'd love if you could. Doesn't seem like you can. There's a few things we can try. I mean, we can try with just a normal pipe. I do not see this working, but you never know. You never know. So if we whitelist and we say, bring out this guy, but I'll tell you what, ignore the tags. Just, well, I guess we kind of need the tags, don't we? Because that makes the whole thing. I'm really trying here to have it like pull in all of them. Like I just want it to bring in a witch data model, but A lot harder to do because it copies, like it knows how many iterations it's ran. Alright, well I chucked it underneath as well. It hasn't seemed to work. So listen. Mission failed, but it was a worthy attempt, to say the least. Alright, it is officially take 2. So here we go. I was tempted to not be in the box. I think I'd be in the box. I think the box is the strat, at least for a bit. Alright, Withers are defeated. It looks like they did break some of my corners again. But I think we're doing a lot better. So we can go ahead and turn these guys off, and I guess we can count how many we killed by just picking up these nether stars. Looks like we've got 29. That's a decent amount. These are all advanced tiered now. Nothing is completely and utterly broken. Oddly enough, this isn't spawning another one, which is a little concerning, but sure, whatever floats your boat. We'll go ahead and turn this guy back on, just to have that little extra precaution. And I guess I'll go and fill this guy up. Sounds like a pretty good idea. Obviously, I need to go ahead and like empty a bunch of stuff. We need to clear a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff that needs a bunch of stuff to happen. But for the most part, we're doing pretty good here. Alright, so I will say I'm a little bit concerned because, as you can see right now, that is about 30. Now, I don't know if I ordered 50 or what's happened, but we don't have what we're after. In terms of the deep learning things, these guys are all stacking. They have nothing in them. I'm missing about 20 with the predictions, and we've also apparently just got a witch sitting down there. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're missing about 20. I looked in the recipes and oh, there's 20 here. Oh yeah, because they didn't fit in my inventory. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, I'll be back. But yeah, there's a lot of this in our current setup. Once again, this could be fixed to be easier, but in theory, we do this once and then we just leave it. You know what I mean? We hope that 50 is enough. Oh, we've actually been chucked in the other corner. Don't know how that happened, but it did. But that does appear to be the last of them. Once again, if we want, we can pick these nether stars up to see what we got. 27, roughly the same amount, so we're looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and pick up the rest of these goodies. And then, of course, just in case things go out of control, turn our little fail-safe crusher back on, and that should keep us covered. So yeah, I just need to put 20 of these guys in here. Alright, so these guys are fully loaded. They're about 35%. These guys over here that have been there from the start are about at 40%, roughly. Cool. Cool. So as you can see, the wither predictions still coming in. We still do have witch predictions, I guess, being maintained there, but they're not going anywhere because these guys are all running. Another thing you might notice is... Oh, let's get rid of those, actually. Can we have you be... ideally wither predictions? Well, I guess if we don't have any, I guess it's fine. And I guess this means we don't have that many... Yeah, I guess we don't have that many wither predictions. So yeah, sure. Yeah, do what you want to do. As this machine runs, it'll burn through the rest of these witch predictions, and then once these get to 100%, we'll start getting hopefully a lot more wither predictions. That should hopefully mean more nether stars. Obviously, we're currently up to about 10,000. This needs 100,000 for the star. That's just in nether stars. That's not including, you know, the essence and stuff, which means after this episode, how are we looking? Are we a lot closer now in terms of these nether stars? We're at 1.2 mil. So, you know, it's happening. We out here. I think it will be fixed in the future as that stuff, I don't know, grows a little bit better. One thing I do want to try is to get this wither builder to work and work well. I think I feel like we can do it. Let's pick this guy up. I apparently don't have the stuff on me that I should have, but it's fine. We picked up most of the stuff. So we'll grab this guy. Where do I want to put him? Well, we can entangle him somewhere else and he'll still work there. I want to create like a tubing system where this guy will actually like flow well. So if we do show the working, it'll spawn facing in that direction. We grab some witherproof blocks. It's funny that they're literally called witherproof blocks. I think if we just use like tinted glass. A few of these mods add stuff like this that's just like blast proof, and so you might as well just use it. So we'll go here. We'll go ahead and build a little corridor, and then we'll try to use, I guess, the fans to push them into the corner, and then we should just be good. We should just be able to farm them with whatever means necessary, is the idea. Obviously, things aren't usually what they seem or what they should be, but we'll see. Okay, so I've currently got this guy placed on the inside because I just didn't put a range add-on in there. We probably could, but I want to see if this will just work as it is. It's a little bit risky. Obviously, if they break free, I mean, it's just a problem. But we should be fine. So we'll see what happens. This guy will be receiving power. He'll be receiving all these add-ons, and he'll be running as fast as I guess he can. Sure. What we will need as well is a fan. Obviously, I want to place it in here. So we'll go here. We'll search fan. We just want a mob fan. The height and stuff, I don't think that matters. All that we want is distance. And even then, we might be fine, but why not grab some? Sure. You know what? I can't see anything. Oh, God. Let's go ahead and hide the working. That'll be very beneficial, I imagine. Let's put in some upgrades as well so that he can go fast. So, place this guy here. That looks good. We can show the area. Currently, it's just pushing in front. As you can see, it's pretty close with just how its range currently is. If I add in 2 more of these, now it reaches beyond. Like, we could chuck them all in if we wanted to. It's not going to make a difference because it hits the wall. So, cool. We can hop out, I believe. And we can place this here. Obviously, he needs to be turned on, so we'll grab a lever to turn that guy on. Boom. This guy here, we'll also have him run with redstone, and we'll use a lever as well, just to sort of, you know, keep our options available. We will need to re-entangle this to the new location, or I guess re-entangle this new location to the old location, which is this guy here. We've obviously got the ability to power it over there, so we'll do ender gate. Beautiful. And how are we looking? So this guy should be full of goodies. He looks like he is. Let's go ahead and put an ender gate on him. He's full of upgrades. He should get going if I do this. Okay, he's built. Just didn't do anything. We'll turn him off for now. It's a little bit concerning. I might just very quickly grab a range add-on and place it in here, just so that he can reach this wither that we just spawned just then, because I'm a little bit concerned about him. Yeah, so he's gone. Awesome. We got the nether star, we got a withering soul. Love it. Wonderful. We could leave it in there. I don't want it to pick up other junk. I mean, there's no reason not to pick up other junk. We have infinite storage, but I don't know. It's just, it feels unnecessary. I don't want to do it for the sake of doing it. So that didn't work. Now, there's a few reasons why that might not have worked. We can try a few of them. One is possibly we do need these fan additions for the sizes. So I'll tell you what, we'll just chuck them both in. Why not? Fill this guy up. Make sure he's doing a massive area. As you can see, I can barely even get close. Sure, let's give it a shot. Let's go ahead and spawn one. Boom. That clearly was not the case. As you can see, can't do anything to him. He couldn't care less. We'll go ahead and put that range add-on back in and hope we get rid of that guy. The next thing we'll do is we'll see if we have to dislodge him first with an attractor. That might do the trick. This guy has a pretty decent range and he goes through blocks. So I believe as well the problem is, yeah, he faces the way that you're facing. That's his little, I guess, issue. So I don't really know how to get away with this. What we can do actually, oh yeah, I think I know. We'll turn this guy off. We'll go ahead and jump in here. And we can place him pretty much like, I mean, I guess we can place him right there. Why not? So that should be fine. We'll go ahead and place these back on. And then the last thing we need is obviously another piece of redstone for this guy to turn him on. And this guy, he should ignore the redstone. Beautiful. What we might see is if we're here, like I'm out, and then it sucks you in. So it should, once again, it should work. We'll turn the fan back on. Fan, yep. Still works well. Throws me away. Wonderful. Turn it on. Okay. So there's a bigger issue. The bigger issue at the moment is just that guy. He's, I don't know. The Wither Builder, he's doing it fast enough, but we're not able to just get this guy out of there fast enough. It could be that he's stuck in like the walls. That's obviously a possibility. I'm not, oh my god, I actually hate how powerful the fan is. I'm not happy with that possibility, but it is a possibility nonetheless. I'll tell you what, we'll just simply move this, yeah, we'll move it forward 1 block. I'm gonna have to re-entangle it, but meh, who cares? It shouldn't be that big of an issue. Alright, this guy's full again. Let's go ahead and give this a test. That's on. He doesn't even care. He's not being moved. Oh, I guess the attractor broke somehow, which I'll be honest, I'm not particularly sure why it did, but it did. Sure. Why did it break? Oh, because his explosion broke it. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a bit of an issue. Let's turn this guy off. As you can see, though, that is clearly the problem. Is, what am I trying to say here? Is he can't move. Because even right now, he's just not moving. So, I mean, there couldn't be a bigger issue. Alright, by the way, it is long overdue to just very quickly make a recipe for this ancient debris. we don't have a way to turn this stuff into scrap yet, and I mean, it's just silly. I shouldn't have to manually do this. What can we use? We can smelt it or we can enrichment chamber it. Let's do enrichment chamber. That's clearly infinitely easier. Okay, let's try it again. Boom. That's pretty good. There we go. So this is the rate at which they spawn. Obviously, we've just got one of these machines running. The machine is full of upgrades. We should also see everything get picked up. Hopefully this guy doesn't explode. I don't think he will. I think he's designed for these farms, so I imagine he won't. As you can see, they explode at the end, but they're still getting pushed into the corner. We do have the range upgrade in here, which means, in theory, he is currently chopping them all up, which it looks like he is. I will say, though, it looks like, what, he's only getting a few at a time? 3 that time, 3 that time. It looks like he's getting 3 each time, so, you know, he's doing his job. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's good. I'm just trying to think, how could we make this guy even faster? If we search for these add-ons, you can see they're all in a list here. We have, oh god, he's actually, hold on. Why did it get so laggy when I was in here? That was very strange. Anyway, we've got obviously speed, efficiency, and processing. The rest of these are just, like, range add-ons. Yeah. So, I don't think we can really make this guy any faster, per se. But we'll turn this guy off. We might be able to make more of them within this one little area. Like, if I place another one right next to him, what does that mean? Like, is that an issue? I don't necessarily know. I don't know if it's an issue. I don't know if they'll block each other or what will happen. And another thing I might add is, what if we were to build them sideways? You know what I mean? Just in a row, sideways, blowing into that direction. I think that would arguably be even better. Yeah, if they spawned like that, which I guess if that's what we're doing, then I can sort of do that. I'm still a little bit skeptical. I'm not too sure what we'll see here. I'll tell you what, we'll try with just one. And if this does work, then I'll tell you what, we might be in for a show in these next few episodes, depending on how this runs. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'll tell you that much. I can't even place that guy there yet. Actually, that wouldn't even go there. With the builder, are you built yet? Nope. Struggling a little bit. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so with the builder, awesome. There he is. Oh, did it just blow my? I bet you it blew the ender gate away. Because I don't know where it went. Oh, no, it's on us. Maybe. So if I place this guy here and click show, he is building it in the right direction. So let's just place him up one. Hopefully we don't get blown away. I don't know. Is that fan on? It's off. Beautiful. So this guy, show working area. Beautiful. Chuck in the upgrades there. Have you run with redstone. Give you power. Will entangle you. The redstone might carry across. We'll see. But what I will do is come over here and give this guy some of the goodies as well. So, entangled block, place you there, entangle you, and then we'll do the exact same thing. Now, could we share one exporter with all of these? Probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, we have infinite resources. Not really an us issue anymore. So, we'll do that. So, now he's full as well. Yep, this guy's on non-stop. So what I want to see is if I flick this guy, does he run as well? He does. They're both currently running, but the fan wasn't. And they're also, I think they're just stuck. There should be plenty of room. As you can see, the gaps, this one on the left should be fine regardless. I don't think he should be stuck right now. It's possible after this setup here, with the fan on properly this time, it might just work. Yeah. So now we're creating 2 at a time. We've doubled this system. We doubled it that simply. And we can very easily add another one onto this. This is honestly a pretty good setup, assuming, of course, that you can handle, or that the server you're on, or whatever it is, allows for this many mobs. Because there is a lot. I think if I press... Oh, I just took a screenshot. I think if we press F3, there's a way to see the entities. Yeah, I think in the bottom left, you can sort of see how many we have. So if I look away, there's there's none. If I look, I guess, towards my base, maybe we see some. I guess there's a lot. I don't know. But when we look here, it consistently says that there's around 50 when we look in this direction. So, sure. Monsters, it says 120. There must be stuff under the ground as well. Not sure. I guess, yeah, look at the map. There's a lot going on. Looks like there's a wandering trader or something. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that it appears to work. And it appears as though we're getting a decent amount of stuff. Obviously, we should chuck this into the system. That should be easily done. We'll just entangle it. That's honestly the easy solution. We'll go ahead and do that. And then, voila, we've got a new system making this stuff as well. I'll be honest, though. I think the loot fabricators, I think they're going to get us more bang for our buck. Although, I don't know. This guy, the thing is, the loot fabricator, right? It has to fabricate the stuff. Sure. Why not? Which at the moment it's a chance, but eventually it'll be 100%. So it fabricates a thing that takes, it looks like it takes about like 10 seconds. Maybe less. Sure. Why not? Maybe less. And then from there, I have to put that into a loot fabricator, and that has to process again for like, I don't know, 6 seconds or something, 5 seconds. I don't know, but it's a multiple of seconds. This guy over here, yes, it takes a while for a wither to charge up, but we've currently got it going non-stop, which means we don't actually have to wait for that wither to charge up. We just have to like wait in between each charge up. So as you can see, each of these explosions is a wither being killed, right? That's it finally finishing charging up. So that's essentially a guaranteed star every second, every half second even if we're doing double. So this is better. It's faster per loot fabricator. I guess the risk is though the amount of crazy stuff that's going on in exchange. So this guy's obviously taking out all the items. Oh, we'll try to make our way over here. He's empty. Awesome. Love to see it. So yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll consider what we do in the future. If I replicate this out lengthwise, we can place as many of those as we want, which sounds really dangerous. Another thing we should do, especially since this is a bit of a new area, is something pretty dumb, which is force load this guy. Keep him going. Just before we end this episode, let's have one quick look over here. I didn't actually plan to do this, but you guys left a lot of suggestions and stuff in the last video, so I figured we'd jump on it while it's hot, fresh off the press. Because what I was going to do is I was going to actually probably try and knock out the pneumatic craft stuff, because we have to do some oiling. We need to do. We have a bit of work to do in pneumatic craft, because I want it automated. I'd love to be able to do that. And I think the easiest way to do that is with the upgraded pipes. That's just what I'm thinking. Alternatively, my idea was having this guy be a one pipe gap. Yeah. I can't even see what I'm clicking on. Have this be a one pipe gap. And then what you can do is you can grab these safety tube modules. We'll need a little pressure gauge. That should be fine. And what this guy will do is it will let out any pressure that's too much. So for example, when it gets to 4.9, it will start letting out pressure, which means in theory it won't blow up if it's just getting like a slow rate. If it jumps like 5.2, it'll still explode. But in the gradual rise, it'll be able to push out some of that gas. This guy here, he goes to 5 before he blows up as well. So he should be good. And this guy here is the same thing, at least with our current setup. So if you pick up what I'm putting down, we should be good. We should be good if we just keep this guy filled with coal or something. But I don't know. I'm not too sure what the best course of action is. Maybe the pipes are better. The pipes involve like doing oil and stuff, which could be fun. We'll obviously we'll see. Once again, let's have a nice little update in this episode. Hey, we're down to 9,300,000. Like that's pretty, like 900,000. That's a lot less than 1.2 mil in one, and that's in like one episode. I guess it's not too impressive, but I don't know. But I think we're doing good. I'm proud of what we're doing. In terms of the antimatter and stuff, I'm pretty sure that's like easy peasy, walk in the park stuff. I still might have to be in this dimension. Someone also pointed out another really good thing over here that I need to check, and that is so we recently set this guy, no, not this guy. We set up a guy that automates spent nuclear waste. The problem is he uses nuclear waste to spend the nuclear waste, right? So we actually have a bit of a problem in that aspect. Now, in the grand scheme of things, look here. We've got 19,000 combs. that's a profit. That's more than we had in the last episode, right? So we're clearly still gaining stuff. So I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with that. But we might be losing more than we should because this area, as you can see, is radiated and it is being maintained radiated thanks to one of the recipes we set up. So that might be draining more than it needs. But at the very least, we are pulling a profit still. So I'm pretty fine with that. I think I can live. And in regards to this guy, if we cancel him and he orders another one, I think he'll order it using honeycombs. And I'll be honest, I just want to see my machine in action. This guy looks like he's not working either. A lot of this stuff looks like it's not really sure what it's doing. Alright, well, we can take the 2 antimatter that's in there. And I guess I have that. That's 2 antimatter. Cool. That might actually unlock... does that do anything with the recipes we had here? No, it doesn't. I was hoping it would auto-craft. I don't... Listen, one thing I will never understand playing this game is when stuff just stops working. This thing here should... The way this is meant to work, how many items should be held in stock before the requester starts requesting new items? There should be 11 items. And if there's not, it should order more. And it should order one at a time, is what this means. Batches will increase the speed of stocking out items, but require more crafting storage. So yeah, this is what we should have. Click to focus block. We've got 11 in there that we need. We've got it submitted. That's what it should get. We can toggle the request. Maybe that will do something. I'd love for it to be automated. But it seems more so that it's sort of something we have to order. One thing I can possibly think of is maybe our storages aren't capable, but clearly they are. Look, here it shows they are. So I don't know. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be 5,000 to make 1 antimatter. Really? Sure. Obviously, I expect it to order that stuff. It's currently not. But if I go in here and I order one, that should start ordering it. Yep, beautiful. And what we should see, this is what I wanted to see, was, yeah, this place in full motion. Okay, I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully in the next one, unless once again we get some nice advice in the comments, we'll probably... Oh god, it started getting very loud. We'll probably... I reckon we'll do the pneumatic craft stuff. We'll try and get this pulsating black hole fully automated. I believe we can automate the sigil. The rest of this stuff I think was relatively easy. Like I think these were just crafting recipes. So I think that's pretty doable. Yeah, this stuff's pretty much crafting recipe. In fact, yeah, like, yeah. Anyhow. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, goodbye.